So if we took it to a dyno shop and you were given $50 on over under 300 horsepower, what would you say?
Over under 300 horsepower, that's a great question. I will say it sounds like it has 600, but I don't think it has anywhere close to that.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Purple Garage. First, I'd like to address a little bit about where we've been. I know it's been a month or more since we posted a video, and the reason really is because we've gotten kind of super busy and bogged down with assignments and tests and exam week as well. It's next week currently, but when the video actually comes out, it'll probably be this week or last week. But we have been able to do a little bit of work on the cars. So on Deep Orange 9 here, we've done a lot of work mostly on getting a passenger seat fully integrated in. So we've cut a hole in the side of the battery box in there. That'll make passenger ingress and egress more effective. We've also done a bunch of vacuuming, cleaning up all the schmutz and stuff that was in the bottom there. And we put a plate over those wires that we're not really planning to rip out of the car, but we wanted to cover up so that nobody would step on them while the car was running and they were riding the passenger seat. We've also done a ton of work with getting the Purple Garage as a club that a Clemson student can join. So if you're a Clemson Automotive Engineering student, especially if you're an undergrad, if you want more experience working on cars or learning how to tear down powertrains, then the Purple Garage is the place for you, and you're now free to join. So we'll have more information in the description about how to do that. We've done a few little things in Deep Orange 3, mostly trying to fix all the stuff that likes to break every time we even look at that car the wrong way. But there should be a lot more content and information like that to follow. But what we wanted to do is we wanted to film sort of a special video as our Deep Orange 9 project is very rapidly coming to a close. And that is, we wanted to show you some of the people that maybe you've seen on camera, but you haven't gotten to hear from very much. Heard a lot from me, heard a lot from Tebow, but some of these other guys were instrumental in helping us to finish the powertrain project. And yet, you know, they've never really said more than 3 or 4 words on camera. So we wanted to sit them all down, interview them, and give you all the opportunity to hear what they had to say about the project. So sit back, relax, and I hope you enjoy the video.
So my name is Daniel Brown. I'm originally from Parker, Colorado. Grew up there in Colorado and have a love for off-roading. I've been doing that since high school. Went and did my undergrad in Arizona. Did it with engineering with a focus on automotive systems. Decided I was going to go for my master's, and I had a professor that said, you're going to go to the Clemson ICAR campus, and that's what I did. I came here and just really kind of loved the fact that all of this was about learning how to really understand how a car works and fully diving into a lot more of the intricacies that you don't normally get at an undergrad level. And then I heard about the Deep Orange program and well, yeah, that's cool, very interesting, and then later on heard about the Purple Garage and, you know, had you guys as friends, so was like, I want to go check out what they're doing and see what kind of fun stuff they're fixing on these cars. Because I also grew up with my mom owning an auto repair shop, so helped out there and knew about cars and how to do a lot of maintenance.
My name is Colin Hunt. I am in my second semester in the master's program here at Clemson University, and I got involved in the Purple Garage by meeting Josh and Tebow in another vehicle dynamics class. We were kind of in a group together, and they wanted to build Deep Orange 9, which is one of the Deep Orange projects that drew me to the program. I own a Honda myself. I love K-Series engines. So that opportunity to really get hands-on with a Deep Orange vehicle, that was really what drove me into the club. I love mechanical objects, I love building them, and I love watching them perform. And that is kind of the reason I came here, was to join the latest Deep Orange program, and I want to build a mechanical object with a team of people and watch it perform. And that team aspect of it is really important, and I think we have that here in the Purple Garage as well. And that's kind of scratching that itch to work with people and make friends and learn and have fun along the way. So.
My name is Connor Schignall, from Raleigh, North Carolina. I made my way to ICAR, kind of not the long way, but kind of the standard way. I did my undergrad at Case Western up in Cleveland, Ohio. Majored in mechanical engineering. always had a really deep passion for cars and love for the transportation industry. And so I knew I kind of wanted to get that specialization. And through research and long emails with Jeremiah, it led me to here. And, I've really loved it, and, I'm actually graduating pretty soon. So I can say that this program definitely means a lot to me personally and professionally. When it comes to the Purple Garage, I am one of the founding members. Joshua pitched it to me and Tebow pretty early on. I guess probably mid last year, mid 2024 is when we kind of started to think about it. And then it just kind of blew up from there. Been pretty busy the past, I haven't been busy the past couple of months, because I've been on internship. So I've been bouncing back and forth a couple times. But end of last year, super busy, specifically Deep Orange 9. So that's kind of where my involvement began.
My name is Anubhav Rane. I was born in Pennsylvania, but I was raised in Mumbai, India, where I've spent 21 years of my life. I came to Clemson to pursue a master's in Automotive Engineering in August 2024, and I'm specializing in powertrains and vehicle performance. How I got into Purple Garage is very similar to Colin. We had a vehicle dynamics lecture on the main campus instead of its usual place on the Greenville campus. So I happened to meet Joshua, Tebow and Colin in the lecture, and we drove back together. There we talked about Deep Orange 9 and how I got selected. That's how I got selected.
What was your lowest moment on Deep Orange 9?
I'd say lowest moment probably also came during the engine disassembly, specifically when we realized that a lot of the head bolts were way over torqued. And Joshua and I had the breaker bar and then the extendo breaker bar out, and just absolutely railing on this thing just to try to get the nuts and bolts off.
We just replaced the fuel line. We thought it was all good. We were slowly cranking it over and everything started to build pressure, and then the fuel line next to it blew up and we ended up getting a little bit of gas on the floor, maybe on a hand or something like that, and that was a little low. I wouldn't want to be covered in smelling like gas all the time, but it's fine. It's part of the club, and if you like to wrench on things, it happens. So yeah.
Don't have any of those for Deep Orange 9, but for Deep Orange 3, it was probably when we were replacing the fuel pump.
How many years worth of gasoline fumes did you huff in that one afternoon trying to get the fuel pump back in?
You'll find out in a couple of years when I've aged by 20 years.
So if you had to estimate, if we put a full tank of gas in Deep Orange 9, we put it on the track, let's say put it on Daytona, to a 2.5 mile circle, 2 mile circle, how many laps do you think it would make it before it would, run out of gas or die?
I think if we're looking at it running without breaking down and just running out of gas, I think it could probably make it like 2 or 3 laps, because it burns the gas pretty quick if I'm not wrong. Breaking down and dying, maybe a lap.
What does it feel like to sit in that car and drive it to the tower and back after working on it for 4 or 5 months?
Yeah, that was definitely quite the moment. Even just hearing it start up for the first time, I think in my time here, I'd only heard it start up once before. And so now hearing it start up and sound a bit healthier and knowing all the time that we put into assembly and everything was really meaningful. And then, actually getting to sit in the car was even more fun, because I've never driven a sequential, let alone a sequential in a race car kind of deal, with no sound deadening and everything shakes and rattles, and you can really feel it in your chest and everything like that. So getting to kind of lean into it and rip it up and down the campus was definitely a really special moment for me, but I think especially just for everyone who was there and who kind of played a part in getting to that point.
Greatest Deep Orange 9 moment was when we were mating the engine and transmission together and we did not have the tool to properly align the splines of the flywheel and all the clutch plates. So we were able to measure the splines of the clutch plates and flywheel and actually reverse engineer the clutch alignment tool, which 3D printing is always a little sketchy, and I was worried that it wouldn't work, but we had one of them, it fit right in, and we were able to mate everything together. And that was a really good, satisfying, you know, feel-good moment, camaraderie between the group, kind of boosting that morale, and things are working, and it motivates you to keep wrenching and stuff. So that was really fun and satisfying.
What is your favorite Deep Orange vehicle they ever did?
I would probably say it's either Deep Orange 9, which I love the idea of it being a hybrid rally, or 12. Yeah. That idea of just having them designed for a purpose that would be seen by a lot of people.
Deep Orange 9, I think, is my favorite one because it's a rallycross hybrid car. Because we are only working on the ICE engine right now, but as a vehicle, that's my favorite. Had the IndyCar not been autonomous, I would have liked to work on it as well because it's a really fast car. It's an actual race car, the highest level of open cockpit, open wheel racing in the US. So it would have been a great project, and I've seen videos of it actually running on YouTube. So it would have been amazing if it weren't an autonomous project.
So tell us about Deep Orange 17.
17.
What can you tell us about Deep Orange 17?
We just had the VDR, so I'm a little fluent in it. But it is a but we can't share a whole lot more information than that.
So what was your favorite thing that you got to do on Deep Orange 9? The peak moment?
Yeah, peak moment was probably disassembling the engine with Joshua. It really was quite a eye-opening experience. My first time opening an engine, specifically one that was already modified, which made it a bit more interesting. Trying to find all the quirks and also trying to find where the problems were originating from.
So if you could give the Purple Garage an infinite amount of money, what car do you think we should buy and rebuild?
So obviously I'm going to be a little biased. I love Jeeps, but I think a Jeep or something along the lines of like an old Toyota Land Cruiser or stuff like that, and building it with the intention of possibly overlanding or being an off-road pig and stuff like that. Really just diving into a different realm, because a lot of people think of cars on the road, and I like to think of cars off the road.
It's got to be another Honda. In my opinion, I'm a big Honda guy. I'd go to a junkyard and buy an old Civic chassis, probably 90s or early 2000s, and we'd take a similar motor like what's in Deep Orange 9 and put it in it. I know we already have a K-swap car, which is Deep Orange 9, but personally I love K-swaps, I love Hondas, and I would want to build another one personally.
Probably buy an old Toyota A86 and then strap on a much powerful engine on it, because I think the only complaint people ever had with the car was the engine. So if we put in a new engine which has pretty much the same size, add some turbos or a supercharger, or add both and making it a twin charged engine, I think we'll have a really good car on our hands.
It's funny, people ask about the Purple Garage, they ask about Deep Orange and how they get involved, and I tell them every time, first of all, to reach out to you, I always send them your way, but they should join because it's fun. It's just a group of people that enjoy cars like we do in that way, and it's, like I said, it's very casual. You can show up one Saturday and they're not going to harp on you if you don't show up the next one, and you can learn a lot from, say, you as a PhD student who knows a lot about combustion, and Tebow seems pretty involved in powertrains and those things, and for someone like me who hasn't taken either of those classes, to come here and ask you guys those questions is a big takeaway for me, to want to show up and learn from people that I think have a lot more knowledge on things that I don't.
Have you driven Deep Orange 3?
I have not driven Deep Orange 3, but I'm very excited to sit 3 wide in Deep Orange 3 with my 3 fellas.
Okay, I think we're good.
All right. And done.